Okay, so the Fed is meeting about interest rates. How is that going to affect things here in Northeast Arkansas? Hey, I'm Trenton Hoggard with NEA Realtor Group and Century 21 Portfolio in Jonesboro, Paragould, and the surrounding area. We are so thankful to jump in with you and help update you on what is going on in our local market. So, everyone is talking about interest rates. That's been the hot topic since they started going up last year to try to fight inflation and some of these extreme rising costs that we're starting to see. Everyone has been putting a lot of eggs in the basket that in September 17th to be exact, these interest rates are supposed to drop completely because the Fed is going to meet and they're hinting that they're going to be lowering interest rates. Well, do we think that's true? Do we expect that to actually show up in the cost of a house here in Jonesboro, Arkansas? If you're selling your home, is it supposed to unlock this whole new group of buyers who have been sitting waiting for interest rates to plummet so they can go out and buy? Well, I'm thinking probably not. So I do think, along with many experts, that interest rates are going to lower. Most of the experts that I pay attention to all agree that they are going to go down, especially at the Fed level, and more importantly, and more applicable to us as regular folks, for commercial and investment loans. So what that means is someone looking for a commercial investment, or maybe even looking for some sort of a rental property or things like that, those interest rates are probably going to be the first ones to feel some of the relief of these lower interest rates. What not everyone realizes is that the 30-year mortgage that most of us use to buy a home, it's calculated at a much broader scale. And so more than likely, that interest rate change that happens from the point of filming this tomorrow is probably not going to show up immediately in your next home loan interest rate sheet that you might get from a lender. Will it make it more affordable for you to buy a home? It probably will at some point in time, but more than likely, the interest rates that you're getting quoted right now have already taken into consideration the fact that the Fed is going to start lower those things. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope everything plummets down and interest rates go back to the way they were in 2021. I don't think that will ever happen again, but I can always hope to be wrong, right? What about the other factors affecting the market here in Jonesboro as we head into the rest of September? Looking back at August, what we see is now becoming more of a balanced market. As we head into fall, as we head into the election, we're starting to see things balance out again. Typically, I have had our buyer market versus seller market meter much more heavily weighted towards the seller side. Well, as we head into fall, winter, and the election, I'm ranking us at about a 6 out of 10, where 10 is all sellers and 0 or 1 is all buyers. So we're still in a seller's market. I say that because in August, we had 144 houses that sold. That's still active movement. People are still surprised when they find out that I'm still selling houses. They think that absolutely nothing is going on out there if they're listening to all of the news headlines. What else I'm looking at is that right now, as we speak, as of this filming, we're at 572 active listings. Honestly, that's the most active listings that I've seen since I've started doing any of these updates. What that means for you as a buyer, someone looking to shop, is that you have options. I can't tell you how rare it is for someone who's looking at buying their first home to get to have the opportunity to go look at several homes, to get to, think about it and sleep overnight and make that big decision. In the last few years where everything was selling like crazy, someone had to make the decision to buy a house, get approved for a loan, go out, see a house before anyone else did, and throw an offer together and just hope that they could cling on and get it for themselves. Well, we're starting to see a market that's much more friendly for buyers. Now, does that mean that there's no more multiple offer situations, that the bidding wars are finally over? No, it doesn't. I see those things happen all the time. Sellers, I think, are still convinced that it is a crazy hot seller's market in some cases. Well, it's a strong market for you as a seller. You still have excellent equity in your home in most cases. Home prices are continuing to grow at a slow and steady rate, but that's not the norm. So if we drop down and look at our average days on market, you'll see that the average days on market for homes that sold in August was 40 days. So the expectation of putting your house on the market and having 5 offers all on the next day is a little unrealistic for the current market trends that we're seeing. Does it still happen? As I said, yes it does, but it's not the norm today. Jumping down, looking at the average price per sale. The average price per sale in August was $297,000. Now, this data is from Jonesboro and Paragould and the surrounding area. So this is all of Northeast Arkansas. I'll be honest with you, this is the highest average sale price I've seen since I've been doing this. So yes, the market is sort of balancing out for buyers, but as you can hear, the average prices, the home growth prices, are continuing to go up. And so for your investment, if you own a house, you're still sitting in great shape. It just means that buyers, when they come see your house, they're probably going to look at 2, 3, 4, 5 other homes as well. So you're not the only listing on the market that they might land on. So helpful to keep in mind, especially when it comes to things like staging, what kind of repairs do we want to do before listing, what should we price our home for to be competitive. Those sort of things have major implications. And then finally, a helpful kind of tool that I use to help gauge the market is how many months of inventory do we have? And right now we're sitting at 3.97, so basically 4 months of inventory available. What that means is that if every house on the market, so that 572 houses that are currently listed, if things continue at the rate they are, it would take about 4 months for all of those to sell. Now, you and I both know that there's going to be others that are listed. And are they priced better? Are they in better condition? Are they in better locations? So it's still very important, if you have a house that's listed, or if you're considering listing a house, that you are marketing your house like crazy, that you're getting it in front of buyers where maybe other people aren't, that your house is in great condition. One of my favorite agent friends always says, if it stinks, it don't smell. So good time to do a little sniff check at the house, things like that. So I know we're having a little bit of fun, but these sort of things play major factors into the decisions of buyers in Northeast Arkansas. So if you've been sitting and you're thinking, oh, I do not know if right now is the time to sell, or man, with everything going on, there's no way I could buy a house, I'd like to be a resource for you. I'd like to help answer whether or not that could be the case. So comment below and you tell me, what would interest rates have to be at for you to get ready to buy a house? Or if you own your house, tell me, what rate do you think home prices are increasing here in Northeast Arkansas? I'd love your thoughts. Subscribe below if you would like to stay on top of the Northeast Arkansas markets and trends so that you can make sure that you are making the best decision for you and your family this coming fall.